Hello and welcome to Redbud. We're taking care of 5 foster care puppies from the local animal shelter. Mother wasn't taking care of them, so we're taking care of them, feeding them, taking them out at night, taking care of their basic needs. And the shelter was kind enough to give us that cage back there to kind of pen them in. The puppies are growing too big for that pen. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use some 2x4-inch galvanized fencing and just put up a temporary fence around this area of our yard. I'm going to make use of some stands and some wood that I've got laying around. You got a farm, it's all about making do with what you got. So let's get started. Alright, for this project we're going to be using these decking screws, which I absolutely love. They don't have the Phillips head, but they do have the Torx head. Once you use these types of screws, you won't go back to Phillips. You won't go back to flathead. Nothing else will do. These are great. They're weather resistant, already coated, only a couple pennies more than a regular screw. They're great for putting in a screw, especially on something that you're going to disassemble later like we are for this temporary fence, because these things rarely strip out. They're awesome. I'm still going to pre-drill my holes though. You'll notice I don't like using cordless drills. Or cordless anything actually. I like the corded kind. Battery never runs out on me. So here we go. Pilot hole. Pilot hole on this crossbeam support as well. This crossbeam right now just used an overlapping joint there, fit it together, put a screw through, nice and secure. I'm going to get it so it just comes through the board right there. Line it up. I'm going to cut some blocking to support that post. This 2x3 is just a little bit too tall for my miter sled, so we're just going to cut this freehand, kind of turning the board back and forth to get the proper angles. I've already tilted my blade to 45 degrees. Let's make the cuts. Alright, so we've got the blocks cut and we're going to screw them onto the board. We're going to be careful to avoid the nails that are still in the pallet wood board. Now our wire is going to come in and we're going to tack that onto this face here. So what we're going to do is we're going to position these side blocks to the face. And so what I may do is, this one's a little bit longer, so I think I'm going to put that one on this side and then position the blocks like so. And we're not going to glue them, we're just going to screw them in, and that's good enough because we'll want to take this apart in a future date. There we go. We have our stand. Plus a little dust. It's about perfect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to staple on the fencing onto this side and kind of let that overhang so it comes in over through the brick. Through a little bit of serendipity, the 2x4 fits right underneath that brick ledge right there. So that's going to hold that in real nice. If I snug that in as much as I can and have the fence come out to about here, no puppy's going to be able to go through that. Nobody's going to be able to move that except for us. So that's going to work out nicely. All right, so here's our 2x4 inch galvanized fencing wires. You can see on the ends, last time I clipped this off, I clipped it real close to the other bar. Don't want to leave these, don't want any puppies getting hurt, so I'm just going to take my tin snips here and cut these off. Just like that. Wouldn't you know it, I'm working on the project and all of a sudden it started raining, so can't let that stop us. We're going to keep going. I'm going to use this stapler and we're going to line up wire with our stand, put in a couple staples, and this side will be good to go. All right, we're back after a brief rain delay. One thing I didn't think through very clearly is with the stand and the fencing tacked onto the top of this 2x4, I'm going to have a little gap right here. And I don't want any puppies getting their nose underneath. So I'm going to take that board, bring that along from the other side, tack that in, and that should snug it up right against the ground, at least until it gets out in the yard, and can kind of match the terrain there. So that's what we're going to do. Tack it in with some more staples. Alright, so now we're going to roll out some of that wire, see how it goes. If any place is loose or leaning over too much, or I think that one of the puppies could kind of sneak under or get hurt, we'll shore that up. We're just playing it by ear. Alright, so I've kind of stretched it out into the yard a little bit, kind of curved it around the far tent there because it's going to rain. It's going to rain more tonight. Bring it through, and we're going to wrap around this support pole here, kind of head back into the garage, tuck it in right by the garage door. We're not going to cut this fencing. This is temporary, as I said. We're going to use this for another project, chicken coop or something, I'm sure. So I'm just going to tuck in this roll. It'll be curled in so there won't be any sharp points to it, and tuck that in right by the house. Alright, so there you have it. Instant temporary fence. Looks pretty good, really. This should last us for another 2.5 weeks that we have the puppies until they're 8.5 weeks old, and they'll be up for adoption. So take care, everybody. Come on, puppies. Come on.